Okay. Hello, everybody. Howdy. Welcome to the Lofti Lounge, where we take a shot every time I say something gay. And speaking of gay, look behind. We're talking about Final Fantasy, okay? And what do I have behind me? I have the greatest wallpaper of all time. The greatest wallpaper. Oh, I think you can hear me, right? Yeah. This is brand new artwork for the new Final Fantasy game, and look at this. Oh my god. It's so cool because it just like it epitomizes the optimism of like Zack and his storyline, and then sort of like the little bit more. If you look at the top corners, Zack has skies, and then Cloud has like, you know, nighttime. It's a little bit more darker. And then Sephiroth, you have this bleeding red energy at the top. It's like threatening, you know, the meteor. And then, but like he's also angelic, so it has that like glow. It's very artistic. Sorry, I'm nerding out. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Do a little housekeeping. Let me turn this down a little bit. So, oh, I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna mute myself. Housekeeping. October coming up. If you guys like horror, stuff, you're probably going to want to pay attention, because what I'm gonna do, I'll release a video on my YouTube channel, like about like my horror schedule, because I want to do a bunch of stuff in October. Hi everybody, by the way. But yeah, so we're gonna do some fun stuff. I already made a video, and then I'm doing like fun activities. I'm streaming every Wednesday still. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. If you're new here, that's kind of what we landed on, what we decided. I also have a new mic set up. Hopefully this mic's better quality. It's the same mic, I just have different filters. Hi, Mando. What's up? I'm excited, but I also don't know what to expect. Yeah, we're going to talk about what to be excited about, what to be, you know, concerned about, and everything with Final Fantasy. I'm just catching everybody up on my look. I want to do fun horror stuff, and I know a lot of people like horror, and I don't want to announce everything right away because I have this funny video that I made, and I'll probably put out like in 2 days. But we're gonna be doing like horror tier lists, you know, on streams every Wednesday. We're gonna do some like discussing underrated horror movies. Okay, I want to do a whole stream about underrated sort of horror movies that should get more attention. I'll do a whole stream of my top 10 favorite horror movies ever. Probably on Halloween. A couple other things. I do want to put this idea out there. What do you guys think of a watch party? Horror movie watch party. What do you think of that? I was thinking about doing it on my Discord. I just don't know. Is that an efficient way to do watch parties these days on Discord? I would have to invite everybody here onto my Discord. And I would have to clean it up and make sure I haven't used it in like 2 years, but I think I have a Discord server. Anyway, I think it'd be fun if like maybe like once a week we watch a horror movie and talk about it. All those things I have, well, you know, next Wednesday will be like my first horror stream, and then we'll talk about all that stuff. But follow me on Twitter, pay attention, because I'm going to be dropping some funny videos on Twitter as well. Anyway, Final Fantasy, yeah, a bunch of gaming news we'll talk about tonight. Tomorrow night I'm going on a stream with a bunch of ladies, dames and dorks. And I'll put that on my Twitter too. But yeah, so like we got Final Fantasy news, Dragon's Dogma 2. Did you guys see the Dragon's Dogma 2 trailer? Did you see it? It's pretty cool. We'll talk about that a little bit. We got Castlevania, anime production studio is doing a Devil May Cry anime on Netflix. And I don't know who's doing the Tomb Raider anime, but we'll look into that a little bit tonight. I'm having my coffee, and I guess we could talk about. I guess we could. Hold on. Let me. I guess we could go. Twitter had some interesting video game related things today. I guess we could do that. I'm trying to think if there's any other housekeeping that I might need to do. Yeah, I just the horror stuff basically. Let me pull up my window capture, and let me pull that up here. Yeah. So, did you guys see this? I don't think I tweeted about it, but I replied to it. It's this guy complaining about Baldur's Gate 3. Here it is. Hot take. This guy's like, hot take. This is interesting. I think it's interesting because it kind of it echoes a little bit of I want to talk about Final Fantasy in relation to this. So if you guys can see, and my chat box is still not working. It's kind of awkward. I gotta fix it. But this is a guy's hot take. Larian should add real-time combat to Baldur's Gate 3. Hot take. Take all the profits from the game and make it an option. I'd pay more for that as a DLC. Huge amount of players, including myself, who want to get into the game cannot due to turn-based. So he can't get into the game. He just can't. He doesn't like the game. So the company should just make the game with different combat or add a whole other option style of combat. And then he's like, they triple their sales, blah, 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 blah. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were different or whatever. I just think it's funny. Everybody's complaining about this guy. And I did too. I was like making fun of the guy. I was like, why would you, why would people who like the game the way it is want, like, why would we be okay with Larian wasting months and months and months of you know, development time and resources on changing the game the way and adding an option that we don't care about? Why would any of us want that? That's like a waste of time. Especially if we want DLC for this game, which I'm assuming a lot of people probably would love that. You know, work on the DLC. Don't. Anyway, everybody knows. Everybody's on the same page about this. The guy kind of made some goofs. It's quartering. There's a quartering. He says new. And then whenever you want to be smug, you got to post the Spy Family picture to be smug. It's just funny. Anyway, what do you guys think about this in relation to Final Fantasy VII? Okay, there's an interesting thing that people are. I'm gonna turn my music back on for myself because I can't hear it and I like it. There's an interesting thing that like people are like, Final Fantasy VII Remake should have been action combat. And then also, or I'm sorry, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 16 should have been turn-based combat. And I have a lot of people are complaining about that. Okay? And they don't like the new action. Now, I love the action combat in 16, and I love it even more in Remake and Rebirth from what it looks like. But I don't hate turn-based. I think this is what the producers have always wanted to do, and the director of the original game probably wanted to they were restricted by technology at the time in the 90s, 97. So, you know, but is it the same thing? Yes or no? Do you guys think that's the same thing? Is Final Fantasy fans demanding that they weren't demanding it, but they were like, I would rather they bring back action combat. Now, is this guy, what's the difference? I think the difference is this guy is sort of trying to appeal to that easy mode sort of argument. That sort of easy mode, we can't play it, it's not fair. So, now he did delete. That's what I think the difference is. I think this guy's being a little bit of a bitch. Now, I think we'll talk about Final Fantasy in a second. Adam Krigler posted this little dig in. He's like, why'd you delete this? And it just says, the guy said, I'm sorry, Baldur's Gate fans, if this upsets you. I'm glad you like it, blah, blah, blah. I just would like more options for additional accessibility if possible. To make the game easier to access for those that can't deal with the current systems as an optional setting. Okay, the only thing he said here that's like mildly tolerable is that it would be optional, which I agree. I mean, look, the easy mode thing to me, I don't really care about it. If it's an optional thing, don't care. A lot of games have optional easy modes, you know, and then they have unlockable optional hard modes, which, you know, I think Tim Rogers made a good point about Final Fantasy VII Remake should have had the hard mode activated or available at the beginning right away. Shouldn't have to unlock it. Hi Sherry and Slappy McSlapster, Slappy McSlapface. Anyway, optional doesn't bother me, but how is this an accessibility issue? Number one, he deleted this, and apparently he's not even disabled. He just said he just doesn't like the game. Like watch. Look. Why can't you just get into turn-based? Not every game has to have high-octane Twitch shooter type games. And the guy just says they're boring. They're boring. Okay? So he just thinks they're boring. And then he goes, story's incredible, but the combat is frankly unplayable. Unplayable. I wouldn't mind a skip combat option to be added. It's not that difficult. It's just slow. Oh, it's not that it's difficult, it's just slow. So, the guy made an accessibility argument. He said it's boring. Then he said it's unplayable and that it's slow. Like, what is this guy even, where is he schizo? This guy's schizo. Can't make up his mind. And anyway, it's just like he deleted the accessibility thing because he literally looked like an idiot. Because he's not even disabled. And my brother's disabled. And that game is actually easier for disabled people to play. Than action games are hard for disabled people to play. A lot of them. Not everybody. What's going on, chat? How are you guys doing today? Let's encourage more conversations in chat. I like talking to chat. But yeah. So, oh, by the way, if you guys aren't Final Fantasy fans, we'll be talking about other stuff, and we'll just talk about gaming a little bit later too. And Hollywood came off the, oh my god, hold on. My god. Hollywood came off the strike, the writer's strike, but now the video game industry might do a strike. I don't know what to think about that. I really don't. Voice actors going on strike, I like, fuck them. I mean, let them do whatever they want. I don't care what they do. I'm just, oh, this guy. Oh, dude. This is what I wanted to talk about. Okay. This is really annoying. Let me find it. Uh-oh. I can't do any of the racist stuff. Or any of the Philadelphia stuff. I'm going to get in trouble. I got to go. Oh, here it is. I told this guy to go F himself. But then he deleted his tweet. I got to go find the guy. Where's the guy? Here it is. Okay. I'll tell you what he tweeted. You don't deserve the crap everybody gives you, bro. Keep grinding. Oh, hi, Daz Sentai. Thank you. Thanks, buddy. No, it's lately it's been a lot of just memeing, and I think people are chilling. People are relaxing a little bit. But look, oh man, guys, they can stay on strike. You don't care. Yeah, look, it to me it's not black and white. To me, it's like, if they keep making shitty stuff, they can stay on strike. But I really like, I think the new Fall of the House of Usher looks really good on Netflix. I really like, that no one can save you horror movie that just came out on Hulu. I really like a bunch of movies that came out this year. It's not quite black and white for me. I want the good ones to come back and make a lot of money and make really good stuff. But the bad writers, I just wish the studios would just say no, just like not hire them or vet them better. Bet, you know. Anyway, this guy. Okay, so anyway, this guy. Look, guys. Oh, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna talk about No One Can Save You. It's a horror movie. We'll do that in October. We'll talk about it. Fucking amazing horror movie. I think I can swear now. It's after the first 2 minutes or whatever. It can be monetized. But anyway, really good movie. Look, tweet about potential strike was deleted. This guy says, "Thank you for everyone correcting my misinformation." Then he says, "I wanted to leave it up for accountability, and so other voices would be boosted, but it was picked up by alt-right influencers. Genuinely sorry." So I'll tell you what he tweeted. This guy tweeted that the video game industry is gonna maybe go on strike, and he was like, everybody should do their research and check which studios are participating in the strike. And if EA or if Naughty Dog or if Square Enix or whoever are participating in the strike, then no one should be streaming or playing any of these games on stream or on Twitch or anything, or promoting any of their games. And the guy was saying stuff like, the guy was insinuating that if you stream games for a living, he was saying that you can't play any of the big games. You have to like find obscure indie games to play for the entirety of the strike. Otherwise, you're breaking the picket line, and you're a horrible person, and you're gonna get blacklisted. And he was literally saying all this nonsense, and it was crazy. I was like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna play whatever I want to play." If I want to stream Starfield, I'm going to stream Starfield. Go jump off of a mushroom in Mario or something. You know? Got to be careful with these with YouTube monetization, man. It's so hard. But anyway, that was stupid. I just thought that was really dumb. Oh, you'll check it out, Sherry? Yes. Yes. If you like horror movies and if you like poltergeisty home invasion monster movies, oh boy, it's a good one. Just joined. Are you talking about the nut job on Twitter? Yeah, I was talking about the nut. Well, there's a bunch of nut jobs, dude. I don't know which one you're talking about. I think that as far as video game news goes, I think that was it for my Twitter timeline. Oh, Dick Masterson blocked me because he was saying that anybody who's monetized on YouTube is an idiot, and Russell Brand's demonetization is like he like laughed at it, and he just wasn't taking it seriously. And then like, you know, I made fun of him, and then he blocked me. I don't know. Oh, I thought this. Oh, guys, I bought this. This is a Final Fantasy remake art book, and it's incredible. It's huge. It's like 300 pages. But like, this has some incredible information and lore and like detailed information about the game. Like, they have a whole segment on fashion, everybody's fashion. They have segments detailing the location environments. They have all kinds of stuff. Really, really cool information about the vehicles, about the characters. It's so cool, guys. Highly recommend, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, picking this up. It's like $25 on Amazon or something. Scaly says, yeah, I commented on them telling them that, and they were full of crap because as a union representative, that is so illegal. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people corrected that person. Oh, and then I was like, this guy gets way more hate than that McDonald's commercial ad. And this guy, this artist, and the reason I said this is because I said this guy gets 1,000 times more hate than that McDonald's ad anytime he draws anything. And this guy just makes really funny drawings. Okay, here's one of Anya and Kim Jong-un. Here's another one of Naga, whatever her name is, and Putin. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to get into this at all because it's old news and it's annoying. But I thought that McDonald's ad situation was blown out of proportion. It was like 99.999% positive, and then everybody was freaking out and pretending that like the left was having a meltdown over it when it was like just like the smallest minority of idiots complaining about that they don't like anime art styles. Like that was the extent of the backlash, and everyone like pretended they were fighting some kind of battle over this McDonald's ad. And I was like, what? Why are we talking about this? Like for example, this guy gets way more hate under all of his tweets, and we never talk about that. I just didn't understand it, man. But anyway, oh, I thought this was funny. I want to talk about Final Fantasy, but this was insane. Okay. All Right Movies on Twitter said, which movie characters are great role models for men? Okay. First comment, movie affix. They listed half of these are women. Half of them are women. Rachel Cooper, Night of the Hunter. Babette Hurst, I haven't seen Babette's Feast. Gladys, whoever that is. Sophie Skoll. Belle, Beauty and the Beast. They're like, these are powerful role models. The question was about men. Who great role models for men, and they just made anyway, it just pissed me off. It's like these people can't let us have one space where we just appreciate like masculinity. They can't do it. They cannot do it. But that was really cringe. Anyway, guys, oops, let me go back to here. So I got a couple gameplay stuff. I want to talk about Final Fantasy and game design in general, just game design. And then definitely we're going to show some Dragon's Dogma. Look. Look. Final Fantasy, where's it at? This is going to be essentially, let me turn this down a little bit. Oh boy. Turn this down slightly for you guys. It's a little loud for me.
Just
okay,
look
this
at it all.
This is
It's so green.
Not good quality for some reason.
Howdy.
Okay. This game basically, if you guys haven't played it, what happens is in the first game, which is Final Fantasy Remake, it's a trilogy. It's part 1, 2, and 3, kind of like Dune, basically. But the first game is very contained inside of Midgar, and the second game opens up open world basically, sort of. That's what we're dealing with. But like, how many of you guys here have played the original and have played Remake? I'm just curious, like who's tuning in. Hold on, I have to take this out for a second. Yeah, you know what? We have way less people watching. I have a feeling that it's such a niche topic because it's only about one specific game. That's okay. I want to talk about it. I don't care. Let's see here. Basically,
It's on the side.
oh, why is this so loud?
Across the swamp.
Sorry, Pops, but you're out of luck.
Pops.
He called him Pops. That's great. Here's my question, guys. If this is what the director said, which is a 1-to-1 scaled up version of the actually I can just go to Max's video where he's talking about it. Okay? This could be like my game of the year easily game of the year, and a lot of people's game of the year. Because essentially what this is what everybody wanted Final Fantasy Remake to be. Everybody wanted Final Fantasy Remake to be Final Fantasy basically like remastered with better graphics. And Remake turned out to be a whole ass story about Midgar, which I thought was amazing. I love that. I think it's like a 9 out of 10, that game. There's some issues I have, some padding issues, you know, it could have been cut down a little bit. Some of the side quests, I like some of the side quests. And then some of the, man, there's really not much I don't like about it. But anyway, this is we're approaching now though, full on. He's showing us the map right here. This is Maximilian, okay? Big Final Fantasy fan. Huge, maybe the biggest.
And many islands all over the place. Cool. I didn't mean to do that segue joke. I'm really sorry. But now we got a good idea of...
By the way, guys, Maximilian, everybody should be following this guy. He's the best gaming channel that I follow. I love it. I love him so much. But everybody's trying to piece together this map, and it's just like, holy shit. Scaly says the constant... The only constant in the world is 1% of... Oh, whoops. You said I have my original discs on the PS1 and played Remake on PS4. Same. I just got Remake again on PS5 into grade. I'm going to play it probably soon. I'm replaying the first one.
Of this continent. And here's what's crazy. We have to start comparing this directly to Final Fantasy VII Original to see, okay, so what are we working with here? And I took a couple
Now, this is cool. This is cool. Basically, he's comparing the original map to the new one with this like 3-dimensional model. You guys can go watch this whole video. It's on his channel. It's how big is the map? But like, I just want to talk about like kind of in a broad sense. If this game is 100 hours, and if it has, I don't know how many people here have played it. Scaly's played it, but like this game is going to be huge. If it has Junon, and then if you go on a boat and then go to the other continent, like. What are we talking about here? This is going to be a very big game, very big game. I'm excited for all of the potential detailed expansions on the overworld map that they're going to do. Like they show some of it here. They show some of it in this video. You know, we got like, now these are fast travel points. A lot of people don't like fast travel. However, number one, this is really cool. You actually, in order to unlock fast travel points, this little chocobo bird, you follow it, and it leads you to one of these benches, and then you have to pick up the sign because it fell over. And then when you pick the sign up, you get a feather, and then you unlock a fast travel point. Now, in the old game, they didn't have fast travel. However, in the old game, they let you just run. You're this gigantic human running around on a overworld map. It was the scaling was all over the place. And it was easy to get from point A to point B. If you do a 1-to-1 version of it, like they said, I have a feeling people you're going to want fast travel. If you want to go back to the Chocobo farm, you're not going to want to have to take 30 minutes to get there. I think sometimes people panic when they hear fast travel, and they have this like lizard brain kind of thing where they're like, "No, I'm tired of fast travel. The Ubisoft formula is not good and it's just old, outdated." It's like, whoa, okay, Granny, calm down. Sometimes it's good. It depends how it's implemented. Okay, let's just relax. But isn't this cute? You can pet the little guy. Look at this thing. Unbelievably adorable. And this is one little example of something you couldn't do in the original game. They're peppering the overworld with all of these little details. All of like that. This is one. Another one is here's another one. Look at Cloud sitting on the bench. Look, he takes a cushion out, and he sits on a cushion because he's a little princess. He has to sit on a cushion. Anyway, I just think that's funny. Then you have, monsters that you can fight like you could, but they're in the overworld now. They're running around. This is what actually Pokemon is doing lately. Pokemon has been kind of doing this kind of you choose to engage with the battles or not. It's not randomized anymore, which I like. And I'll talk about the battles later. The Chocobo farm, the Chocobo stuff, this is what I wanted to talk about. So you meet this Chocobo kid, and it's all awesome. What's going on here? Chocobo drumsticks. Calm down, he's got hemorrhoids, he needs a cushion. Okay, well, Cloud shouldn't have hemorrhoids. If he does, maybe Tifa is right to be worried about him the entire game.
We don't have
whoa,
that
that's
kind of
loud.
money.
Why is it so unbelievably loud? My headphones are messed up.
Well,
So this is the guy that rents you the Chocobos, you know. And this whole, I like this whole part. It's really funny dialogue. Then you get to go out and catch a Chocobo. And there's like none of this stuff, all this dialogue is brand new. It's great. I love it.
Pray, you know we're not here to kill him, right?
yeah.
I just love being in this game. In the original, when you're in the overworld, it's just Cloud running around. In this game, it's the whole party's running around with you, and it feels so awesome. Sherry, if you play Pokemon, you know what I'm talking about. So isn't it more fun instead of random battles? When it's more immersive, right? When they're in the wild, they're in their little habitats. It's just more immersive, I think. I like the new Pokemon game a lot. And I like the old ones too, but I think where the trajectory they're going is great. And they're just taking a little while to get there. But a little tangent, side tangent. The Nintendo Switch 2 is probably going to come out next year? And apparently from the Reddit leaks and things, people are saying that it's going to be on par with PlayStation 4, Xbox One in terms of technology. The Switch is way behind even that at the moment. So we might be getting like a PS4 quality Pokemon game, which I'll take it. I don't care if it's a generation behind. I want it to be, because like Breath of the Wild, you know, that's kind of where I want the Pokemon world to get. I want it to sort of get to that scope, and I think they can pull it off with the Switch 2. I just think they can pull it off. But look at this. When you're catching this music is so good. Now this is like, uh-oh. Yeah, there's another game I played recently that has this kind of gimmick. But it's just cool, and then you catch it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Bro, I just can't even wait to play this. I can't wait to play it. All the music, oh my god. Just looks so much fun. And then they make fun of Cloud. Watch this. This is so funny.
Aw, isn't he just the cutest? You know, they are kind of similar. Totally.
All of these interactions are priceless, and it's just so awesome. I'm so excited for this. But this music sucks ass. I hate it.
Maybe he's still hungry? Sorry, that's all the food we had.
I don't like that music anyway. That's not in the game much, so thankfully. But we got this kid's back, Chadley.
I was created.
I like Arceus because the Pokemon could beat the crap out of the trainer. They finally teach you why it's dangerous to go without a partner, because the Pokemon will roll you. And yeah, look, I love Arceus. I do. To me, Arceus was very fun, and it lacked a compelling sense of adventure. Everything else was awesome. But you know what I mean? But anyway, I like it.
By Professor Hojo, you know. Though your thoughts could.
So we got all these. I just wanted to, you know, there's that. Then there's gameplay, which. Oh, another thing, a little bit strange. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? Where's it at? Watch this. Is this weird, or is this just like a little video gamey thing that is like suspension of disbelief? Watch what happens when he gets on the chocobo. Okay. It comes from behind like Final Fantasy 16, but the other ones just appear out of thin air. You know, maybe it's an old build, I don't know, but a little immersion breaking, a little bit. But you know what? It's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to point that out because, you know, I didn't see people talking about it. But this map, dude, is going to be wild. This is going to be insane.
One more shot.
She looks so much fun to use. Oh my god, like what am I looking at? Some sort of parry? Spellblade attack? Like what? I don't know, guys. Red 13.
Go for it. My turn. Cut. Here he comes.
I don't know. I am just hyped. Sorry, I'm yelling. I'm yelling loud. Being loud. Because the music was loud. But like, God, I'm so hyped. There's so much more gameplay. Like, I don't want to just play gameplay the whole stream, but you know what I mean? I'm just excited for this. And I think what's going to happen, I can make a prediction. I think, like I said, I told my brother this. I don't remember if I said this before on stream, but basically I think what we're dealing with is if I go to a map, if I go to an actual map, let me go to the map. Let me go to the map. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Here's the map. Oh no, that's a better one. There was a better one. This one. All right. I've never even looked at this, but whoa. This is crazy. Okay. Guys, this is the original game. And it's pretty big. I mean, it doesn't feel that big in the game, although it did when I was a kid. But like, this is Midgar. This is the first chapter, is right here. This whole little area. That's it. The first 40 hours of the game takes place right here. Now it's a big city. But like, then what happens is after Midgar, you go like this. You go all the way over here, over the mountain, or next to the mountain in between this little valley, and then you go to the Chocobo farm right away. And then you have nowhere else to go, so you have to go through this little cave. You have to go through this little cave, and you have to go across the marsh, and there's a big snake in here. But like, the original game, okay, it's sort of linear in a way that restricts you from going, like, you, for example, I can't go anywhere on these islands at all until way later in the game. All these mountain ranges are restricting. And it's just clever ways of making the game open up later on in the game and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is, from what we've gathered so far, it looks like this whole continent is going to be in the game. And it looks to, I mean, it sounds like we're going to be able to go almost this free all over the place. Kind of like The Witcher. Like they showed Junon right here. And the demo is literally this area right here. That's the demo that they were playing for Maximilian. But that's just a little area. Like here it is. Where's it at? Let me go to his little zone. He makes a nice little zone. Oops, he's highlighting stuff.
A comparative of how far things are from each other, what the path the player is going to take, that it just goes up here a hell of a lot more, and we just don't get the opportunity to see that.
It's so hard to understand.
Junon is huge, dude. I mean,
It's just hard. This whole video is very detail oriented and it's autistic. But like, I don't know. I'm telling you. I think we're gonna be now in the game. They told us we're gonna be able to go to Costa del Sol, which is way over here. Then we're gonna be able to go to the Temple of the Ancients, which is way down here. Okay. Then we're gonna be able to go all the way up here, apparently. To oh, possibly. Wait. No, this is the Forgotten Forest or whatever. Is it Medial? No. Yeah. I think it's just this part of the map, guys. And I think they're going to restrict us. Oh, and the Golden Saucer right here. This is in the game. I don't think... Oh, Gungaga, I don't think they talked about it. Anyway, all this stuff. My prediction is this. Third game, part 3, probably going to come out in like 3 years from now. I am predicting right now that we're going to be unlocking an airship, which the airship is... Rocket Town is... We're going to be... Oh, man, Rocket Town's like right up here. Here it is. Rocket Town. We're going to be able to get this airship, and then in the game, and part 3 is probably going to take place right after Aerith's either death or maybe something different happens, but right after that that area that remind me where that takes place. I think it's they follow, but like I think it's in Medial, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, my memory's acting all retarded right now. But the point I'm trying to make is when you get the airship in, when you rescue Tifa from the Junon Harbor, you finally have control of the airship, and we're going to be able to go everywhere, land almost anywhere where there's grasslands, and it's going to be even more open world. That's not going to happen till the third game. Like, that's just not going to happen. And then also we have chocobos that we're going to be able to go over top of mountains and stuff like that. I'm just like being very, very, very autistic right now about like the map traversal, because I'm really trying to wrap my head around how they're going to pull this stuff off. But anyway, I'm just excited. I'm very excited. What do you guys think?
Video of impressions of five team members have different synergistic abilities.
I'm going to let this play, and I'm going to mute this for a second. Go download it. When is part 2 coming out? I don't know, buddy. Oh, wait, part 2. I'm sorry. Part 2 comes out in February. I thought you meant part 3.
But is really shallow. However, if you're playing with Tifa,
it's been forever.
Pressing their synergy attack,
it's been forever, but I don't think you could play as 13 in remake. No, but at the you could fully play as him now. But they're every new game that hi Camelot. I literally typo all my jokes. Did you say a joke earlier that I missed? You typo them. You have typos because you need to push your brain back in your ears sometimes. Sometimes it falls out. It's okay. Let's push it back in. Yeah, every game when they release a new iteration of this trilogy, they're gonna introduce more characters, sort of like the original did, but it was all one game. But like eventually you could use Sid, you know. That's what they're doing. So the third game they're gonna bring in Sid and Vincent. In this game they're bringing in Red 13, and then Yuffie. It's just a way of like making every game like seem like seem like you're making progress. But anyway. On circle, as I explained in the previous video. Oh, Camelot, buddy. I feel bad you're gone on Twitter, buddy. Guess what? A friend of mine told me that he appealed every day for like 2 months, and eventually they responded. Like he said he did it every single day. I'm sure you probably do it every day too. But I'm just letting you know. Apparently that does happen. So, but you're doing all right. You're doing all right.
His like stances
got a PS5. Oh, dude, you just got a PS5 to replay part 1. That's based. I'm gonna replay part 1 too.
The early enemies in the game don't attack too much. It was neat to see Sephiroth just essentially.
Sephiroth's in this game. Like, you play as Sephiroth, this looks insane.
Out in every single way. I feel like there's going to be some crazy speed runs with
insane Sephiroth combinations.
Combat
stuff. Then you have
a ton of stuff that's happening
apparently
in the with like leveling up in materia.
This game has extreme amounts of RPG stuff besides the materia systems. There's skill trees. They added skill trees for each character. They added weapon perfections and all kinds of stuff.
And all this crazy stuff, but
I'm just kind of freaking out about it. Like, look at the detail of just the armlet in the game.
There seems to be some sort of like weapon mastery going on in
weapon
Rebirth.
Masteries.
The thing I can compare this to is
every item is like you can is rendered like flawlessly, just like, oh man.
Few buffs in some way.
I am so excited for this.
On the outside and fighting, but you just can't directly control them. So I don't know if that's going to contribute to this passive stuff or allow you to release.
Yeah, appeal number 72.
Cloud was equipped with a morph materia in the open world section.
I wonder if like somebody actually is reading all your appeals and they go, and their job, like, they get up every day at 7 a.m. They got to go into Twitter office or whatever. And then they, like, before they even sit down, they're like, ah, fuck, I hate my job, guys. And the guy's like, why? He's like, oh, this dumbass redneck is always trying to appeal his suspension. And I'm just rejecting it constantly. He just keeps doing it over and over and over again. You probably ruin that person's day every day they go into work. That's the funniest thing. I think that's hilarious. But keep doing it. Keep doing it. Because fuck those people.
Actually give your limit break to another character in the party, or like take their limit and always switch over
anyway,
to
all this
them
stuff,
and pilot them in combat to use that stuff.
I'm way too disorganized to even break any of this stuff down. I just wanted to, like, you know, play some of it and then hang out with you guys for a bit.
So that's about it. And you know, I'm
what do you guys think of this game splitting up into trilogy? Here's my take. Okay, here's my take. There seem to be different people that have different takes. Some people, if you don't love the game, which I love Remake, I think it's fantastic. And I love what they're doing with this one. I think it looks way better than Remake Part 2 or whatever. But my point is, there's the people who hated the remake or didn't play it. There's like, some of them just didn't like the fact that it was broken up into 3 parts. Okay? Other people didn't like that they were changing the storyline slightly, a little bit, and then adding these sort of time, almost like alternate timeline stuff. Other people just didn't like the padding and like the adding of content that they just wanted the original game remastered. So it's hard to like debate people about whether or not this game did the right thing, you know, because they all have different take. And I happen to disagree with all of them. I happen to think that having a trilogy instead of one single 300-hour long game is a way better idea, because number one, I can't spend, I'm not going to spend time playing a long, I don't even like 100-hour long games. This is a 100-hour long game. But I'm okay with splitting up into 3 parts. Number one, it makes it more exciting over the course of 5-6 years instead of dropping all at once and then you're done after like you play it. It's more exciting. It creates opportunities for more, like, you know, for more people to replay parts of the game, and then like there's all, anyway. The other thing is the story changes to me are cool. I think it's cool that we're potentially dealing with a Sephiroth that has already experienced the first game. I think it's an interesting, I liked that storyline in Endgame with Thanos. It's a different kind of thing, but I actually like that. That's not why Endgame was bad. I actually thought that was cool that Thanos was aware of his kind of past. I like that part of the movie, but this has a whole different vibe to it. I really think it's cool. Other people don't like it. It's just a taste preference, I guess. You know what I mean? Somebody said, I don't like some of what they are doing. I don't like how they are handling materia and a few other things. Overall, I'm happy with it. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Look, I'm reserving. I'm going to play this game, and then I think this game will solidify whether or not I love this trilogy, because the first one, it's very hyper focused on Midgar, and then maybe they changed a lot going into this one. I don't know yet. But I wasn't worried about the materia as much in part 1, because I knew that part 2 was going to be a fresh restart, and it didn't bother me as much, you know, because what happens in this game is you restart. You're not like god tier, you know, all maxed out level because you played part 1. That's not how this works. I do think you keep some materia, but you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Maybe I am wrong about that. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. I want to talk to other people about this game, and it's just like, I don't know influencers or streamers that actually play it, because I'm playing the original again right now, and I like remakes Midgar better than the original, and it's like a blasphemous thing to say, but besides some minor pacing issues, everything else they did was just better in almost every way. Barrett's character is way more it's just a better character, Barrett, in remake. Jesse and Biggs and Wedge are all fleshed out more, and they're more fun to like. They're actual characters now. Midgar looks better. Midgar is more immersive. It's bigger. It's everything. I just love everything about it. And the combat's more fun. I like turn-based combat, but I can only replay that game and have fun with, and have like, you know, I don't know. I think a total straight remaster would have been fun, but it would have sort of felt a little underwhelming. I like that they're changing it up, and they're innovating with action and a mix of turn-based and action combat. I really do. And anyway, kind of rambling. Are they making it so your previous game save? No, they're not actually. They're not. From what I hear, your game save, it's not a direct continuation of a game save. It's like, I think if you have save data on the original, you can keep a couple material, like summons or something. So it's like summons. Pretty sure you just kind of, they're starting though from scratch, sort of. I don't know. Actually, I haven't really confirmed that yet, to be honest. But can you imagine like how hard it would be though to like, I don't know if, I think that's okay for me, because if you maxed out all your levels in the first game, you would like just rape everything here in the next game. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I did want to show this. Whoopsies. I don't know how much of this music I can play. Whether or not Netflix took my whole One Piece stream down because of copyright. Whoops, it's loud. Oh God, that's loud. So this is the new Devil May Cry anime by Capcom. Now, it genuinely... Let me mute this. I don't know. It just looks... They have the energy down. They got the character design down. There's not enough information to go by. I think it looks really cool. But anyway, yeah, they can't carry over because it maxed everything out. Yeah. But anyway, like, this is the Castlevania studio they're doing. Netflix is like really leaning into anime, hardcore into anime. They did Edge Runners. They're doing Devil May Cry. They're doing Tomb Raider. Let's look that up. Here's the Tomb Raider trailer. Oh. I don't know what this is. Looks like some sort of like tail, foxtail or something. I don't know who that is. See, I don't know much about Tomb Raider. Okay. What do you think? But my jig? What about my jig? It was magical? I'll do a jig again someday. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not a big I'm not a massive Tomb Raider fan. However, I think the anime sounds epic as shit. I'm gonna watch this. I'm going to watch it. The original, like the Jolie movie was good. The original PS1 game was great when I played it back in the day. I just haven't really been a big Tomb Raider fan all my life. I just haven't. Now Devil May Cry, I'm a little bit more. I played 1, 2, and 3. I played 5. I never played 4. Devil May Cry 4. Oh yeah, I did. I just haven't played those games in so long. The first 3 I need to play again. I think they're remastered. Are they remastered or something on the Switch or something? Should play them again. So, some people like it. Some people don't like it. Some people don't like the art design of Lara Croft. I think it looks... what's wrong with it? Let's break it down. Let's look at it. Some people think she looks too masculine. I think maybe that's just this one angle of this one frame that people are judging too hard. Because she looks very angry. But I think she looks hot. I don't know what's wrong with this. Like, what? I don't know. I think some people on Twitter are jumping to conclusions. That's all. I did want to say, oh yeah, better when she had guns. Yeah, that's true. Hopefully she does have guns. They didn't say that she doesn't, but I wanted to say this, guys. This is what I got. If you didn't play Remake, it's kind of important actually. People don't know this. It's called the Twin Pack. If you didn't play Remake, but you think Rebirth looks really cool, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll get it. You might as well do the Twin Pack because it's the same price. Here's Rebirth. It's $70. Here's Remake and Rebirth combined. It's $70. This is the best deal I've ever seen in like modern day video games ever in my life. Here's the deluxe edition. Comes with you can get the deluxe edition Twin Pack also. But like, holy shit, might as well get this. You know what I mean? I got it. I already got it. So, like, I already had Remake, but I got Integrate on PS5 with the Twin Pack. Free upgrade. Just wanted to point that out. But yeah, these two, this one and Devil May Cry, there's also an Arc anime coming out. Survival Evolved, I think. Bro, anime is where it's at right now. It's funny, they're doing a lot of game to video game adaptation animes. I mean, game to anime adaptations. And then they're also doing anime to movie adaptations. Everything's like, adaptations are just big. They're just big because they're copying. They're like stealing from the fans of the original thing. They're like, oh, guaranteed audience. Guaranteed audience. So they might as well. What's the integrate thing? Integrate is just remake. Integrate is remake, but it includes the Yuffie character. And they polished the game a little bit better, and it's now on PS5. And I think there might be some other minor adjustments they made to the remake. There's the Yuffie. There's a little bit of a Yuffie storyline. I'll be waiting for part 3 and get the part 3 pack. Well, look. I'm gonna get the part 3 collector's edition. I'm not getting any of these collectors. I'm getting the games so I can play them because I can't wait. Because I think it's more fun to play this game when everybody else is playing it, and but if you can wait, like I've waited for what did I wait for recently until there was like a sequel? Oh, God of War. I didn't play God of War 1 at launch, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just wait until the sequel drops and then I'll play them back to back. But that was accidental. I didn't try that on purpose. And I was just like, you know what? I might as well just wait. But you're going to miss out. Now, I think FOMO is kind of a real thing, to be honest. I think FOMO is real. Fear of missing out. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a cliche. But if I'm not playing this game and everybody's talking about all of these cool boss fights and enemy designs and like, you know, character builds and like what happens with Aerith, maybe you can save Aerith now instead of her dying. Like I'm going to get ruined. All over social media is going to ruin everything. I'm not going to be able to experience it with, you know, I'll play it. If I play it later, it's like just not as fun. Also another big W for Square Enix. They let everybody capture in-game footage. You know what Cyberpunk did? Cyberpunk lately gave everybody mandatory footage, all of the game journalists, that they had to show in their reviews. So like Skill Up and everybody had to show like pre-rendered footage. And it was like, I think they were scared of people capturing bad gameplay in Phantom Liberty. And it's just like, yikes, that's not good.
Sephiroth, you don't get to do a ton with him in every single way.
Yeah.
And have that contribute towards it. Right? And then you get to synergize.
Oh, and these synergies look incredible.
That character and output. However, synergy abilities all
look, he's synergized with her magic, holy magic or whatever. His sword is now epic. And then they're doing this attack together.
Also have crazy gimmicks where if you do this synergy attack,
this looks incredible. I'm going to stop gushing over it. 7 reasons why Final Fantasy Rebirth may let you save Aerith. I'm not going to read the article, but there's this interesting theory that Aerith might be savable. Some people like it, some people don't like it, and there's like this little bit of a thing where the game is going to take a big risk regardless. If Aerith dies, for example, in this game, everyone's going to be half the people are going to be mad because they're going to be like, well, why didn't you just make a 1-to-1 remake if you weren't going to change Aerith's death? And they're going to be mad about that. But if she doesn't die and you can save her, they're going to be mad that they're messing with the original timeline too much and that her death is meaningless. You can't win either way. So what they have to do is just tell a really good story and make sure that if you do save Aerith, they have to explain it in a way that is compelling and makes you care about why it's different. And maybe the original timeline still happened the way it did. Maybe Aerith is actually dead and this is a different Aerith or something. Or, you know, like it depends on how they do it. I actually want to save Aerith. If I get to save Aerith, I'm going to be very happy because I love Aerith. She's one of my favorite video game characters. And I've seen her die enough times. I don't need to like replay that like tragedy where I like fake cry again. I didn't fake cry the first time, but like I still I don't cry anymore. I've played it like 4 times now. And I like I like fresh fan service stuff that's like hardcore fans are going to be invested in this because things are slightly different now and we have to be on our toes and it's not predictable anymore. And I think that's a great thing for fans. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. Concluding scene is, oh boy. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They better not change it. Lofty, have you heard about the Square Enix going bankrupt? I don't know about that. Look, if they don't change it, that's fine. As long as they as long as it like makes sense in the context of this storyline. It's like you have to remember they're not erasing the Final Fantasy VII that you've played. They're not erasing that timeline from existence. They're not pretending or retconning it. That's not what's happening. This is a branching time. Maximilian did a very elaborate timeline video where he explained that after the events of Final Fantasy VII, the timeline splits in like 2 chunks, and we're playing the one chunk, and then Zack's timeline in Crisis Core is another chunk. And there's this theory that instead of Aerith dying in this timeline, which is there's a potential thing where Zack might actually have to die, or you might have to choose, and there might be 2 options, and there might be 2 endings. I don't know. There's a couple different theories out there. Now, if Zack dies, that would be interesting, and then Aerith could be in your party the rest of the game, which is I think awesome. Some people. It's really very subjective. It's very subjective. Because I would love to play the entire game with Aerith, and I would love to save Aerith. I think it's a really clever idea. You know? Anyway, it depends on how they do it. Blasphemy. Look, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that agree with you, but there's a lot of people that are on board with this sort of experimental risk-taking that Square Enix is doing, which I think is good for them because that's what the original game did. It took a lot of risks. It didn't tell a traditional Final Fantasy storyline. It went, cyberpunk, steampunk. It did polygons. It did weird materia system. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, it didn't have a job system. It took a lot of risks, and Nomura and all that, these people have been interviewed, and they've said that within the spirit of the game, keeping with the spirit of Final Fantasy VII, they felt that they needed to take some risks with this storytelling and push the boundaries a little bit. And you either trust them or you don't. And like with it's a very similar team, same producer, same director of the original game is working on this. I trust them. I think they're geniuses. I think they are, and I think they know what they're doing. It's not like some new guy came in and said, fuck it, we're going to make a whole new Final Fantasy. That's not at all what happened. That's not at all what's happening. It's the same team, really, and and a new director, but he's working with the writers and everything. Oh man, I'm rambling. She is the emotional center of the story revolves around. She is the emotional center. But we already got that emotional center. And if this ending is different, there might be a different emotional center that we don't know about. There might be something we don't even know about that could change. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to judge it until I play it. That's all I'm saying. Wait for a sale. I just got Arkham Trilogy for $6. Shit. I think that they did that because they were scared of people looking to capture bad footage. That's what I think. Well, in Remake, she mentions that she died in the original game. Yeah, there's some weird lines, dude, in Remake. There's like references to like the past timelines and things, and we don't. I think it's eerie and creepy and interesting, and I like it. I like theorizing. I like that there's all these theories. Like, imagine if they just did a remaster Nobody would be theorizing. Nobody would be having, coming up with having these conversations. There would be no interesting things to talk about. We wouldn't be like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. And then like getting excited when, like none of this would be happening if it was just a remaster. Shadow of the Colossus is one of my favorite games of all time. And when they remastered that game, I loved it and everything. But I was done with that game in like a month. Like I beat it and then it was over and I was like, it's kind of disappointing. I almost wish they did a sequel, I'm of the opinion that sometimes a remaster of a video game can be boring. Can be kind of boring. It depends on the game and it depends because like Resident Evil 4 remake was basically very, very, very similar. It was almost 1-to-1. And Dead Space. Those were very fun to play. But however, those are linear third-person action games. This is it's you can't change those very much. Like they are what they are, With a game like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about. I just think too many people, I think people are underestimating the value of this game. In these games. And I think they don't understand how much effort goes into like the game design and it's just, oh man, I'm so excited. Anyway, so we got that. What else was I going to talk about? The strike. I don't even know what the strike even is, guys. The strike. Who's going to go on strike? Voice actors? Oh, this is what I was going to do. Dragon's Dogma 2. I just had to check my thing. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. I have some things that I want to say about Dragon's Dogma 2. And Capcom. I want to talk about that. I do have to run to the bathroom quick. Oh boy, Philly's getting looted. If NASA had you in charge of making a new moon landing, who would you call? James Cameron or Todd Howard? And then I said, it appears Starfield already did it. Todd Howard W. This is from Starfield. It's in the game. The lunar landing. I think it's hilarious. Like realistically, I would probably call Christopher Nolan maybe, but maybe James Cameron actually. Maybe James Cameron. Obviously, I wouldn't call Todd Howard, but he knows a lot about faking stuff that makes it look, I don't know. Who knows? I just thought it was a funny joke. Dragon's Dogma 2. I shared a trailer of it. Oh, here's the esports league supporting all women in esports.
The biggest reason why I haven't left yet, and the biggest reason why I still have that drive, I still have the passion, and I still am open with new experiences.
Wait, let me get to my favorite one.
That there is.
I really view it as something.
Heloisa, she there.
To showcase what women and other marginalized genders are doing in esports.
I want to showcase what women are doing in esports. Okay. I'm waiting for you to showcase that.
It's not really something that's on the forefront of a lot of people's minds, but it's something that's really growing and ever increasingly important.
Yeah, you're right.
There is so much of a population of women gamers, and I know.
Yeah, you're right.
Some of them might not feel like they can do it, but I hope that this program shows them what the capabilities are.
Oh, what program? Where are the women? What program? This person is the most narcissistic human being I can possibly imagine. This person is saying that in order to showcase that women are actually good at video games, this person is saying that what they're doing is they're putting a pronoun in front of their name and then saying that see, women are good at games. I told you, didn't I tell you? And then I'm supposed to go, oh, you're right. I didn't notice your pronoun. I just assumed that you were a guy. Oh, okay. And then they go, yeah, see, women can be good at games. All of these people are dudes. Oh, they're all dudes. I don't want to get banned on this stupid fucking platform, but like, I gotta be honest sometimes, guys. This is insane. This is so this is rude. It's rude to women. It's literally saying, guys, well, you know what? It's funny, kind of, a little bit, because women are so bad at video games that they need men to like pretend that they're women so they can like just pretend that women are good at video games. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Women are so terrible at video games that they have to resort, and it's not even women. Women aren't even, the funny thing is, women aren't even involved in this promotion. So they can't even promote their own fake propaganda. This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. Now it's not playing for some reason. Did you go? I just assumed everybody here saw this, but maybe you didn't. I'm sorry. What's chat saying? Oh God, Kathleen Kennedy comes in. Media or women comes in, and the media or women happens. Sounds like a guy. Men are better at explaining women points of view. I don't know, guys. Look, I have trans friends, and some of my trans friends were even joking about this and making fun of it because it's that stupid. It's that retarded. But the funny thing is, this is supposed to be like uplifting women, and it's just, where are the women? Where are they? Oh, and then somebody said women are doing Twitch hot tub streams where they belong. That's actually, I mean, even if this person's like serious and like they're trans or whatever, like, I don't know. This person's nice. I follow them. It's actually kind of funny because women, you know what? That is what they're doing. Women are doing hot tub streams on Twitch. So it's not that I really care, because women are but I just find it insulting that these people are pretending that they represent the thing that they are pretending that they represent. Anyway, fuck it. I want to get to the Dragon's Dogma gameplay, but I have to go to the bathroom before we do that, because I want to talk about Capcom, and I want to talk about this game. I have some interesting, I might have a hot take on it. Give me a second here. Boy, hold on. Was it this one? Oh my God. Okay, well, we're gonna be right back. Is this the screen that I play? Hold on. Okay, chat. I forgot to say, I'm going to the bathroom. Wait, I think I said that. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere. And if you want to talk about Dragon's Dogma and Capcom, and I want to talk about Monster Hunter also, I'll be back and we'll do another 30 minutes, and then we'll call it a night. You guys can go watch Zach's stream. Oh no, he does not have a stream tonight. But I'll be back in like a couple minutes. Okay. Hey, woo! I'm back. I'm back. I got a whiskey because I felt like it. Don't judge me. Sorry for leaving. Dogma come out for PS2. Did Dogma come out for PS2? No, I think it was on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Am I wrong about that? I'm pretty sure that's correct. Look, Dragon's Dogma has a really big cult following. Dragon's Dogma has a big... It's not like massive in globally. Like, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's got a big following. I think Monster Hunter like dwarfs it in terms of sales. Monster Hunter World is like the biggest one of the Monster Hunter is the biggest selling franchise in Capcom history or something like right behind. I can't remember. It's up there. But here we go. So I don't really want to watch. Oh, this is what we have to watch. Okay, now I wonder if this is going to make a difference. I changed it to enhanced. I'm trying to show the best quality version I can because one of my main critiques of this Dragon's Dogma 2 is that it looks almost identical to Dragon's Dogma 1, but in gameplay wise, but with better graphics. But even the graphics are not. They don't look next gen to me. I don't know what it is. Something about it. They look good. They look fine. They look good. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, so we have... Now, here's the mage. The mage is just... To me, the mage... They did not show the mage off very well. It looks kind of boring. All they did there was hold a button down and walk backwards and then shoot a lightning bolt. And that's it. That's all they showed of the mage. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I almost expected this game to be like, I don't know what I actually expected was Capcom to, this could be the beginning of the game. They don't show much. Maybe the game's crazy. But what I kind of expected was Elden Ring, but Capcom. Because Dogma is supposed to be this like open, seamless world that's like sort of like Elden Ring a little bit. And I just expected Capcom to go way, like to do a lot of that kind of stuff. But I'm not getting Elden Ring vibes really from this. I mean, sort of, a little bit. Now this looks fun. And they got the climbing and everything. They got all the... Now that was cool. We smashed the guy into the ground and it caused damage. I just think, like, here's another one. See, that's really cool. Using... Now is that a set piece or is that organic? Like, can you do that? I just don't know how deep the combat really goes. They don't show enough of it. Then they show the Oh, you guys can't even hear the oh fuck, I'm sorry.
In contrast, Batal is a rugged canyon.
I forgot to turn the audio on. The mage will have a lot more spells. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. But it just yeah, the magic's gonna get crazy and insane. I know that. I'm just saying, for the first time demoing the game, they didn't really blow me away. Like, I'm wondering why this looks almost identical to the first game.
Nation with a city built
now, maybe
on
that's
the
a good
site
thing.
Of ancient ruins.
Maybe that's a good thing.
It is home to the Beastren and their unique culture. Other times, you might receive quests from people who you aid.
NPC questing.
Thought I'd never make it. If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you be willing to accompany me to the cenotaph and say?
So maybe there's like really good side questing. I don't know.
Throughout your adventure,
this stuff looks really cool. They also showed, it's not in this, but they showed somebody flying on a griffin. It looked awesome.
to complete your quests, you can ride ox carts to travel to major locations.
Oh yeah, this is cool. You can speed up time.
But be aware, as you might get attacked en route to your destination and have to decide how to tackle the situation.
See, now if this is an organic thing where when you're riding an ox cart to the town, and then an enemy comes and the enemy destroys the ox cart, like that's like organic role playing stuff that I think is awesome. I just don't know how much stuff is scripted versus what is, like, Elden Ring is so unscripted. Like almost everything is unscripted. And like you could, well, yeah, like there's bosses all over the place. You can kind of go wherever.
During the ride, you can choose to close your eyes to quickly arrive at your destination.
Then there's darkness. They brought the darkness back with the lanterns.
You can't even see your feet. Also, there are dangerous monsters that only appear at night. So
I hope it's scary. That's another thing. I really hope it's scary at nighttime.
You need to be careful when adventuring in the dark.
If Rilzik, if the first game is dated, I would recommend, I think I could be wrong, they have a remaster of Dark Arisen on the Xbox One or Series X or something. I don't think it's that dated, dude. I think maybe, I'm telling you, the combat is really not that dated. Maybe it just takes a little while to get into. I don't remember, but the combat's very, very fun. Very fun. But yeah, you can just wait for this one to come out if you want.
If you have a camping kit, you can find a campsite to spend the night and recover your health. Locations that become available.
Another thing, I mean, my favorite part of this game is the pawn system. So in the pawn system, you can get really creative with your followers, right? And then you can upload your pawn to the internet, and I could download your pawn and play with your guy. You could play with my guy. I could make Ken and Barbie, and you could be like, "Oh, Lofti made Ken and Barbie," and then you could download my pawns and use them in your game. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right?
As you progress in the story. The Mystic Spear Hand combines
I might do that.
Attacks and weapon-based.
I just spilled whiskey on my like my crotch area. Right on my pants. Right on my pants. Hold on a second. I'm wiping it up with my shirt like a fat slob. I'm not fat, but like that's what fat slobs that's what I imagine they do. Constantly spill shit on their pants. Okay, now I'm back to normal.
Physical attacks.
It's just whiskey.
A good all-rounder, they use their duo spear at close range and magic at long range. They can also use magic to block an enemy's movement or throw multiple items at once.
Oh, okay, hold on. Dual class wielding is crazy. I don't remember if that was in the first game or not. I think it was sort of similar. But this is sick. He's picking up a dead body of an animal he just killed, and he's using it as a weapon. Like, that's really cool. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
Vocation that further special.
I don't think this class to me looks very interesting. I'll tell you why. It looks to me not quite satisfying with homing missile magic bows, but maybe I'm wrong.
Specializes in long-range attacks with magical arrows. On top of healing and providing support to your allies,
it sort of
they
looks...
can learn a skill that releases a powerful attack over a wide area in exchange for reducing their own maximum HP.
It just sort of looks a little normy for me. Like, I like to get in there and do the heavy combos. Like when I play Monster Hunter World and Rise and 4, I'm a switch axe user main, and I also mained the hammer in World and the switch axe. But I like to get in there and do really intense combos.
And of course, there are other unique vocations you can look forward to. We have a playable version of Dragon's Dogma 2 at the Tokyo Game Show Capcom
Tokyo Game Show. Why are Japanese people always like awkward? Look at the way he's standing.
Booth. Depending on the choices they make, each player can experience very different playthroughs. We're very much looking forward to the impressions of those who get a
He just looks like he hasn't been out of the office in 6 years, and he's like, I gotta go present this game today at the Tokyo Game Show. I gotta do my hair quick.
Chance to play. Dragon's Dogma 2 is being developed for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X.
I do respect Capcom for putting so much effort into literally every single one of their games. Even Exo Primal, which is like this, C-tier action, action looter. Apparently that game's actually pretty fun. And that's like not even it's not even a B tier game for Capcom. It's like it's off the radar for a lot of people.
Xbox Series S and Steam. Please stay tuned for more information. Thank you.
I know, he's awesome. I'm just making fun of Japanese because I always notice how Japanese people are very polite. They're very formal. They kind of stand awkwardly sometimes, but it's like wholesome and it's awesome. But it's funny sometimes. Yeah, this looks good. I mean, I'm gonna play out the fuck out of this game a lot. It's Diablo, but not as dungeon crawlery. Yeah, I mean, it's a mix of Diablo, maybe a little bit of Baldur's Gate with the companions, that follow you, your pawns. A little bit of I just don't know. I don't know about the questing. I don't know anything about it in this game. The vocations are more specialized, said this commenter. It makes team composition more important. Well, that's going to be fun. Yeah, and you know what? Even if it's very similar, sometimes a game that's not too different than the original is a good thing. Sometimes that's a good thing. Tears of the Kingdom, very, very, very awesome game. Very similar to Breath of the Wild, but I loved it. I just wanted to say though that it's not like they just didn't show a very open part of the game. They did a lot of these like little set pieces like over and over again. I'm just hoping that the game isn't, I don't know. I hope the world is awesome. I just want to be able to explore the world and have fun exploring. The original game had a fun world, but after a while, you just kept going to the same places over and over and over again to fight the monsters over and over again. But I mean, to be fair, that's what you do in Monster Hunter. But Monster Hunter has regions, and they're intricately designed to have replay value, and the monsters are different every time you go into them sometimes. So it's a totally different kind of game. Anyway, what are you guys saying here? Damn it, it's not done with BG3, and now Lofty has me wanted to play FF7. Dude, I hate my life. I went from, let me see if I can go back in time for a second. Okay. What was the first big game of the year? Hogwarts Legacy? I went from playing Hogwarts Legacy to I might get the order wrong, but it was nonstop. It was like Hogwarts Legacy. There might have been a game in between that. I think Pokemon was right before that too, but I was still playing Pokemon right up until Hogwarts Legacy. Then it was like Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil 4. No, Resident Evil 4 was right after Hogwarts. Then it was like it was either Street Fighter or Tears of the Kingdom. And then it went right into Street Fighter, and then it went right, and then there was what was the other game around that time? Fuck. I'm missing a big game, guys. Street Fighter 6, and then it was like Armored Core, Baldur's Gate 3, Starfield, nonstop, back to back. The entire year, I've been doing nothing but playing new games, and I haven't had any time to do anything else. I'm missing like 3 games in between all those. So many games. So I want to play I have games right here on my desktop. Like I want to play this game called shit, where did it go? I can't even find it anymore. It's called something 4. It's like Total War. It's like a Total War game, but it's fantasy related. Cyberpunk again now. I'm supposed to play that. Supposed to talk to Mark the Cyborg about it. I haven't had time to even play it. Now I'm trying to replay Final Fantasy again. Like yikes, guys. It's too much gaming. I haven't like anime too is kind of popping. Jujutsu Kaisen, you know, and there's Kenshin right now, or any Kenshin, Kaisen. I'm watching. What am I watching? A show. That's pretty much all I'm watching right now. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited. Now we have Spider-Man coming out. I don't even know if I don't think I'm gonna play it. I might wait on it. That's a game that I'm not gonna be like depressed if I don't play it day one. A big RPG that's everybody's gonna be talking about, that I will be depressed that I can't play it on day one. Like Baldur's Gate. I had fun playing it instantly with everybody else and talking about it. It was fun. But what was I saying here? Oh, where'd my music go? Oh, so for Halloween, guys, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's interesting. I'm gonna try and get a couple bigger YouTubers on to talk about horror movies on my channel. We might do a panel and discuss. I might do a panel and then like debate. I might do a debate on like horror, because horror is so polarizing. So we might have a debate. I'm gonna do a whole stream. Might be the 2nd or 3rd week in October about underrated horror movies. So if you guys like horror, you're gonna want to sub and you know, come back and watch some of those streams every Wednesday, 8 p.m. And then I might add a couple streams, but I also want to do watch parties. What do you guys think about would anybody here? I know we don't have that many people watching tonight because it's a very Final Fantasy oriented stream, but I'm going to ask people next time when I do if they want to watch. Basically, I want to get enough people where we can all do a watch party at the same time. Where I'm thinking like on a Saturday or something, we can watch like a horror movie, a good one, and I'll pick out like some really good ones that I think everybody would like. And somebody said, I don't, but I love that new Zealand zombie movie. New Zealand zombie? Are you talking about the Talk to Me? That's Australian, but that's not quite zombies, although it's more of a demon possession movie. But maybe you're thinking of it. Maybe there is a New Zealand zombie movie. It's really good. Talk to Me is amazing. But are you guys free on Saturdays to watch a horror movie on Discord? Like, just, I don't know. Probably not. So maybe we'll have to pick a day. Maybe, I don't know what to do about that one. No, dude, guys, I wanna watch a movie. If I do a watch party, it's one of them has to be The Wailing, which is a Korean movie. It's fucking amazing. I also want to watch a movie called The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Really, really good 80s disgusting horror movie. And there's a couple others that I want to watch with people that are fun. I want to pick fun movies that are like not, you know, some people might not have watched. Like I'm not gonna pick Saw or some bullshit. Like, we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet, but if I do, I'll invite you all to my Discord and I'll put it in the descriptions of my videos when I figure it out. We're gonna do some AI horror streams. I want to do an AI. I'll let you guys know quick. Because there's not many people here. I didn't want to spoil it in front of a million people, but I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be straight up reading some short stories that are generated by ChatGPT AI. And some of them are really funny. Some of them are funny. And it's funny, man. I have this cool idea where I might do that. I might read a bunch of them and upload them to Twitter and stuff. And like, we'll see how that goes. I already filmed a couple of it, some of it. Yeah, dude, I know. Oh, it's Brain Dead. But in the US, it's released as Dead Alive. I never saw it. Never saw it. Damn, dude. Never saw it. Yeah, so keep an eye out. Next Wednesday, I'll probably announce all that stuff. Because it'll be October. What else? Yes, and horror games and anime and stuff we'll talk about. Maybe I'll do a stream about horror video games. And then invite people over to have a panel and stuff. I don't know. Do you know any big YouTubers that are really into horror that I could ask to come on my stream? Trying to think. Like, I don't just want to invite random people that like saw they watched like Saw 1 and 2 a couple times. It's got some fantastic one-liners. Yeah, dude. I like one-liners. I like dialogue. I like funny dialogue. I recommend No One Can Save You. It's a really good alien movie that I just watched. It's a really good, crazy movie. I'll talk about that probably the first week. The first week in October, I might just do a generic horror stream where we talk about horror. The genre itself, like, you know, books, movies, games, anime. And I might have on like a guest. And we'll just have a big stream. Horror games coming out though. Are there any good ones? Horror video games? Fuck. I'm trying to think. Alan Wake. Okay, apparently Alan Wake 2 is amazing. As I keep hearing people say, they got early access. Some influencers and some content creators have already played it. I didn't even play the first one. Didn't appeal to me. But apparently the second one is really good. Apparently it's really good. Camelot likes. Yeah, I could invite Camelot on. I just don't know. He's always streaming, so he might be busy. But I'll invite Camelot on. Hell, fuck it. If he wants to. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other horror movies that are coming out. Let me see if I can pull this up. Upcoming horror games. Alan Wake 2, Stalker. What is this crap? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game? I don't even know, man. Is this going to be like Dead by Daylight or something? Alan Wake 2. This is the one I'm telling you guys. This one might be a secret a secret banger. Alone in the Dark. Don't know what it is. Doesn't sound very interesting. David Harbour. Don't like that actor. Not a big fan. I don't know what this is. 1920s. Paranormal Tales. Don't know what this could be creepy. Found footage. Reveal. 1960s creepy carnival. Silent Hill 2 remake is definitely not coming out soon. Autopsy Simulator. Yo, do you want to go cut open a cadaver on stream? Unholy. You know what? Maybe I'll play some of these games on stream. What Clowns from Outer Space, the game? Oh my, what are we doing? What is this? Terror Endless Night. I don't know what that is. Slitterhead. Who needs a new Silent Hill game when one of the brains behind the series is working on a fresh new horror game? Wow, dude. Creator of both Silent Hill and Forbidden Siren is creating a new game called Slitterhead. What if it's good? These are all 2023. Hollow Body. Townfall. Silent Hill F? What the fuck? I haven't heard of any of this stuff. This is all like random stuff, man. We'll see. This year might not be the best for horror. It really might. We already got Resident Evil earlier in the year and Dead Space. So I think we peaked. Pretty sure we peaked. Oh no, one more thing. I was gonna guys, I'm trying to network with VTubers because you know what's hard? I'm more of a sci-fi guy. Look, I love sci-fi, but sci-fi horror is my favorite genre, period. And it's the combination of the two. But horror and sci-fi to me, they're sort of interchangeable. I like both of them. But for example, Alien is my favorite horror movie of all time. It's sci-fi horror. For some reason that combination is fun. It usually involves aliens. I love it. Killer Clowns, yeah. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, dude, I'm trying to I'm trying to network with VTubers. It's so hard, man. Nobody wants to. I haven't really tried that hard because I'm afraid to talk to any of these people. But I think if I networked with VTubers, I could just grow my channel more because I'm kind of pushing up against a brick wall with some of these doing the same content that I've been doing to the same I need to reach out to a new audience. I'm just trying to think of ways to grow. Now, VTubers though, are a lot of them, do you think a lot of VTubers are pretty based, that they wouldn't give a shit if I'm not woke? Or should I be worried about that? I know the ones that I follow are pretty cool, except the problem is they're all under contract. So and also I don't really know too many independent VTubers, period. Now I'm just scrolling and highlighting. I do that when I'm distracted. I just do this. I'm autistic. OCD. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, we'll figure that out. I'll figure all that crap out. I am gonna go work on some of my horror stuff, and I'm gonna maybe play a little Final Fantasy tonight. And what else is going on? Thursday, tomorrow, I'm streaming on Dames and Dukes YouTube channel. I mean, Dames and Dorks. We're gonna talk about Barbie and a couple other things and fun stuff. Trying to think what else is coming up. That's pretty much it. Yeah, big Halloween month. So October is going to be Halloween streams. November is going to be Studio Ghibli, right? So if you like Studio Ghibli, we're gonna the whole month of November. I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is what I decided on is every week I'm going to break down 2 Ghibli movies and compare and contrast them. And then we're gonna pick a winner, and then we might do a bracket where we have votes and stuff, and we vote for a winner. I don't know how it's gonna all work, but Ghibli's movie is coming out in December, his new one. Miyazaki, and so that might be the month of November, and then yeah, so just putting that out there. Australian independent VTubers. I'll look into that. I'd see how crazy straw. I'd see a crazy straw and immediately looked for a knife to defend myself. Yeah, Woo November. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, Miyazaki's in my favorite. Oh boy, man. Might be my favorite Japanese director, but it's that's including like live action. It's up there with he's up there with Kurosawa and Kaneta Shindo, Masahiro Shinoda. You know, and then some of the more, you know, some of the anime directors, Mamoru Hosoda. You know, who else is up there? What's his face? But yeah, no. We'll talk about it. Studio Ghibli's great. I think I was supposed to mention one thing. Oh, Phil, the Sony executive is stepping down. Sony. Whoops. The Sony executive, Jim Ryan, is retiring next year. I don't even know what it means. Somebody just told me to talk about it, and I forgot about it. But I don't know what this means. It could mean a million different things. Maybe Sony, maybe he's just tired of it. I don't know what this means. I don't even know who this guy is. Maybe they're going to start making games, allowing games to go on PC instead of keeping them on PlayStation 5. Which would be awesome. Like, now I'm scrolling through Twitter and like, literal porn or hentai could show up and I don't even know it. You want to gamble? Let's gamble. I'm kidding. I'm done gambling. Twitter's the most degenerate. Like, I could just be scrolling, and then one post is like Camelot. Oh, he's deleted. One post is like Nick Rekieta making a joke, and then the next one is like, Joaquin Phoenix, Napoleon comes out, or trailer or something, and then the next post is just porn, and it's like it's somebody I don't even follow, and it's just like, what is happening? Twitter is crazy. But anyway. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Thanks for joining. No, didn't Sony get hacked? Yeah, they got hacked. I don't know much about the hack. They're being ransomed or something. Honestly, I don't have time to care about that, to be honest. There's too much going on. It's your birthday month? Dude, 46? That's hype. That's hype. I'm gonna be 31. Shh. But yeah, you know what? It's funny. Because November is or Scorpios, right? Oh, well, maybe you're not. I am. And I don't even know. I've read the stupid Scorpio bullshit things that are like, oh, this is your personality, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's like, okay, but like, it's funny, man. Women are obsessed with astrology. I've had way too many dumb conversations about astrology over my lifetime, going on to dates, talking about my sign, except every time I talk about my sign, I make fun of it, and I don't care if the person that I'm on a date with is if they're offended by that, then that means that I don't have to waste my time. And so I'm always honest about it. I always I don't make fun of them, but I'm just like, I don't know, astrology's kind of dumb. But the worst thing you could possibly do is encourage people's delusions. So if some girl's coming up to you and asking you about your fucking sign, feel free to tell them your sign, but like, don't get into some bullshit and then like pretend that you got to believe in astrology just because you want to get laid. Like, that's the dumbest, gayest cuck behavior. PT went a little long. Oh, what's up, Marsupial? Oh yeah, it was fun. It was a good stream. It was okay. I kind of overestimated how many people actually gave a shit about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because my audience is more. I just don't have that audience for some reason. But thanks for everybody who did show up. That was fun to talk about. Hope you had a great stream. Square Enix need to stop with the console exclusives. Look, I don't care if they have console exclusives. I think it's cringe when I just think it's cringe when they sell poorly and then they're like wondering why they sell poorly. It's like, well, put your game on PC, you'll sell more copies. Personally, I have a PS5, so it doesn't bother me at all. I don't really care. Yeah, Chocobo Racing is going to be hype as shit. Now, one thing they did say is that I don't think we're going to be able to, before we go, I don't think we're going to be able to raise our Chocobos and breed them. Now, the reason why I don't think that is because I think they said that, but also because when I'm imagining part 3 is going to be, I don't know. I trust it. I trust the process. Dragon Ball GT is getting redone? Oh, fucking... I don't think so, but I've never liked GT. I've never liked GT. Let's see if we can find it. New Dragon Ball Magic anime set to bring back one of GT's most hated plot devices. Interesting. Is it for an anime? Dragon Ball Magic? Web anime story? Dude, I gotta look into this. I just never really watched all of Dragon Ball GT because I knew it wasn't really canon, and I was just like, I never really got into too much of it for some reason. I don't know why. I only saw like the first, I don't know how many episodes. Interesting. I'll look into it. Well, thanks for joining, even though it was late. Final Fantasy 16, but the sales could have been much higher. I'm hoping there's a new Switch. Dude, the sales for 16 were a little bit poor, but I think 16 is a good game. I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. Solid game. Very, very good game. Better than 15. Amazing story, amazing music, amazing boss fights. That's the top 3 things about Final Fantasy 16 is the story. I love it. I love all the characters. I love Clive. I love everybody, all the characters. It's the best Cid ever in Final Fantasy history. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid. Like why is what happened to Dragon Ball? What happened to Dragon Ball? Why is I just don't know why they changed so much of the combat, because if you think about the combat is very, very fun, but unless you play New Game Plus, it's very easy and actually got really cringe at the end. But other than that, I'm telling you, boss fights, best in Final Fantasy history. Music, one of my top 5 favorite soundtracks in Final Fantasy history. Maybe top 3. Up there with 7, and I really like 10. I think 10 is amazing soundtrack, but it's just my bias. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I think that game gets too much hate, even just because it didn't sell a lot. Like, it's really not a bad game at all. It's a fantastic. Why am I looking at Turkey Tom? Anyway, quartering. All right, guys, I'm just literally like zoning out at this point. We're gonna hang out. Next week we'll do horror stuff, and I'll be totally different. My VTuber character. You want to tune in next week because my VTuber is gonna look different, and it's cool. I got a cool new horror VTuber. It's still Lofti, but it's a horror creepy Lofti. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for joining. Turn this music up a little bit. I'm gonna go show you my husbandos. My husbandos. Cloud and Zack. And Sephiroth. Bring back Baldur's Gate. Yeah, go back and play Baldur's Gate, dude. I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy Remake. I'm gonna start it up again. I just got it last night officially. Again, I'm gonna play it again. on the PS5 though. All right, have a good night, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Enjoy your evening. Ba, 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 ba.